Spain's national team announcement landed like a headline and a controversy at once for Barcelona. 7 players from the club were called into the Spain squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers, and while that underlines the sheer weight of Barca's contribution to the national pool, the real conversation quickly centered on who was left out. Be it Cubarsí earned his place in defense, Pedri and Gavi continued to command the midfield headlines, Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo were chosen for their tactical flexibility, and the attack will rely on Ferran Torres and Lamine Yamal to supply chances and goals. These are selections rooted in form and fit, yet the omissions are impossible to ignore. Joan Garcia, the club's summer signing, who many expected to be in contention, is not included, and Alejandro Balda, often viewed as a rising left-back with huge upside, was overlooked in favour of other options. That contrast, heavy representation on one hand and headline snubs on the other, is the pulse of this story. It raises questions about selection criteria, tactical preference, and the immediate implications for both club and country. The first consequence is straightforward and practical. Players who join international camps return with extra minutes, but also carry added fatigue and risk. Barcelona's coaching staff must now juggle game time to preserve the fitness of 7 internationals while ensuring the squad left behind receives meaningful minutes. For the men not picked, the psychological impact can vary. A young signing like Joan Garcia will face scrutiny. Is this a short-term omission tied to adaptation, or a signal that the national coach still prioritizes proven options? For Alejandro Balda, the omission feeds a narrative that posits readiness versus potential. The national manager appears to prefer certain fullbacks who fit a tactical profile he trusts, which in turn nudges Barcelona into a decision-making corner. Accelerate Balda's learning through targeted minutes, tweak his role, or seek other developmental routes. Meanwhile, the goalkeeper situation, with Unai Simon, David Raya and Alex Romero appearing to be the preferred trio, highlights how patience and proven reliability can trump hype in positions where mistakes carry enormous cost. The reaction outside the dressing room is noisy and immediate. Fans demand explanations on social platforms, pundits dissect every selection, and the transfer market takes mental notes. That chatter matters because it creates pressure. Market valuations can be influenced by repeated exclusions, and agents and sporting directors watch these signals closely, but the longer view is crucial. National coaches make choices based on tactical needs and trust across a campaign, not only on headlines. If Barcelona treats this moment as a crisis, they risk feeding into the noise. If they treat it as a roadmap, they can convert critique into concrete development plans. The club's sporting department must therefore balance player welfare with performance imperatives, rotating smartly, communicating clearly with players about the reasons behind selection decisions, and crafting match minutes that address the specific weaknesses national coaches have highlighted. This moment also serves a public health check on Barcelona's squad depth. 7 call-ups confirm quality across the spine and wings, but the omissions show that quality alone doesn't equal readiness for every role. The tactical profile a national coach wants, whether it's a fullback who defends wider, a goalkeeper who plays out from the back, or a midfielder who controls tempo, can leave talented players temporarily outside the plan. Barcelona's response in the near weeks will be telling. Will they double down on giving missed players a stage to reclaim national attention, or will this accelerate talk of loan moves and tactical reshuffles? The intelligent route is to use the episode as a catalyst, provide minutes in contexts that replicate national demands, keep lines of communication open, and let performances do the talking. At the end of the day, headlines will calm and next fixtures will arrive, but the underlying questions remain vivid. Is this a vote of confidence in Barcelona's core, or a flashing signal that some pieces still need refinement? The club and the players have the chance to shape the answer. For supporters, the immediate sting of a snub is raw, but football is a results business, and the true verdict will come on the pitch in the next league match and the next European night. If Barcelona manages minutes, morale and development intelligently, these exclusions will be temporary footnotes. If they ignore the signals, the consequences could reverberate through selection debates and even transfer strategy. Either way, the next weeks will reveal whether this shock becomes a spark for improvement or a headache that lingers across the season.